They are not lazy. They are looking for opportunity. David, I will put it right at the doorstep of Bawumia and Co government. The reason is this. There are so many businesses that have collapsed as a result of the high taxes that Bawumia and Co have put on the businesses. There are some businesses that have relocated as a result of the high taxes that are put on these businesses. And then you come to the banking sector. They use over 16 billion to fix a problem that they see or that they saw at the banking sector that cost 8 billion. So they use over 16 billion to fix 8 billion problem. It is unfortunate. David. And this is why Mahama says that he's bringing 24-hour economy to build this problem that we are having. And so the youth will embrace the 24-hour economy of the Mahama.
Well, thank you very much, Kofi. Thank you very much, Kofi Bedu, for joining us. 03220-83596, 03220-83597, and 03220-83598. I don't know what you make of the fact that almost 2 million youth in this country, aged between 15 and 35, they are not in school, they are not in training, they are not in employment. I don't know what you make of it. What do you think ought to be done to fix this problem? Erasmus, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Dave.
Erasmus, what do you think we can do to fix the problem?
Uncle Dave, this is very, very serious. You see, we live in a country where we don't have any national policy. And then when people even try to put up their best to create some of these opportunities for the youth, because of politics, we collapse businesses. Look at the number of banks that have been collapsed recently. Not only the banks, I can say to you on authority, I have friends who have businesses that have been collapsed, and now they stay in the home. Moreover, these guys had employed a lot of youth in some of these businesses. Now, because their businesses are dead, they are in their homes. These people they also employ, they are there. I think we need to have a national policy. And once these things are put in place, you see, we can't see some of these things happening. And we must also look at it from another angle, where the youth are put into some of this training. They come up and we have these politicians using the money that has been stolen to import some of these things from China and other places that are so cheap, which compete with what these youth are going to produce. So at the end of the day, we come back to square one. So I think we need to look at issues, some of these issues at the national level, put our political interests aside, and then look at issues as a nation. And I think we can change some of these things. Other than that, as it is, like Kofi was saying, the future is going to be deadly.
It's disturbing, it's worrying, isn't it? Ken, good morning.
Good morning, David.
Do you think there's a solution to this problem? And if so, what is the solution?
There is always a solution to every problem. Okay, especially those that we've caused it ourselves, there's always a solution. If it's not a nature, there's always a solution. So you see, all those great ideas from Kofi, powerful ideas. I always say, I always say, Ghana, people with ideas have no power. Those with power lack ideas. After age 50 or so, all these great ideas will be washed out. It would be like we never said it on a great platform like Love FM. David, if somebody told a statistic that lazy people will not do everything possible to survive, if somebody will do everything possible to survive, meaning that person is not lazy, we are in a nation, a country that everything is going on wrongly, and then nobody, we have no mouth to say the wrong thing is happening. So this is what we have to do.
I hear you.
And even when you say, where does it go?
Let's keep talking. Gradually they'll listen. I mean, so Organized Labour spoke, it went somewhere. Ghanaians spoke, their life for members of parliament and ministers to use sirens and drive without speed limits has been withdrawn. So let's keep talking. Nana Kweku, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're all well in here. Let's hear your thoughts.
Okay, I will speak on the side of being an entrepreneur myself. The youth of today are lazy. There are people you employ today, when they come in fact, they easily want to have money fast. Instead of going through training, knowing that, look, you've started something, you're not going to gain money instantly. They just want to start business today or want to be employed today and tomorrow get rich. Go into your mechanics and go into these places that you now find old men now working there. No one wants to go into apprenticeship now. Even if they want to go into apprenticeship, they want to just spend like a year or maximum 6 months and then get something doing. So that is the problem, challenge we have, because they want to get money so fast. They want to use iPhone 15 and then phones that are expensive or gadgets that are expensive because they want to rub shoulders with people that have already made it. Forgetting that the people that have made it have been in business or might have been struggling all this while for years.
Before making it, well, Nana Kogo, thanks very much. Listen, I've heard some stories as well from some people. There's a lady who says, well, she was put into apprenticeship to go study how to sew. Now, the big woman, the boss, the madam, I feel like did she come to learn a skill, or she came to pay for you and your husband, or wash you and your husband and your kids' clothing? You know, some of these things I don't encourage the people to go do some of these things. Kofi Mensah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Kofi, welcome. Let's hear you, sir.
How are you? David, this month did you do a total recall? I think you do some recall every month. Did you do it this morning?
Yes, we did total recall. We'll do it every morning.
Have you been doing it formally? In NDC time, are you doing that? That's by the way. Let me talk about the youth. You see, what is happening today is that the training even that we are having in our school, look at them. Every school is just, me, I tell myself, most of them are looking for money. So they create courses and other things and let the youth come and they pass out. So people who have gone out to train, even as what they call it, involved in a trade, are all going to take degrees, which most of them are even not qualified to take. And we all driving one line. And they used to, as the previous speaker said, and lots of them, I have a few of them, I've encountered a few of them. They come today, begging tomorrow, they want to be like you after so many years that you have been with them. A lot of, what we need to orientate the national one. From basic to the highest level, the youth, they are not looking for the little things we are thinking about. They are looking for a huge amount of money. They are looking to become you, who you were at maybe 30 years back.
And they want it within the shortest possible time. They don't want to suffer to gain. Thanks very much, Kofi Mensah. We'll speak to 2 callers and then we call it a day here this morning. George, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, David. How are you?
I am well. I have missed your voice. Good to have you this morning.
Thank you, David. David, now it is the situation. There is nothing man can do. David, we should talk to our leaders. They should create jobs. David, look at the time that bomb players was working, wood industries, commito mills. You see, Argentina was full of the youth. We have these mills were having buses conveying workers. The youth were working. This government, not only, this government is killing businesses. Our leaders will not create jobs, and when someone is able to, to open his or her business, they will be following you with, these tax institutions, locking up stores, locking up businesses that you don't want to pay your tax. David, I was in program where we were talking about employment. There was this woman who is working in one of the government institutions. He said if you want to be employed in the police institute, you have to pay 30,000 cedis. Immigration is 50,000 cedis. In the total, she was boldly talking that it is true. Now, David, if you pay such an amount and you are employed in the police, why won't you take bribe? Because you have to pay bribe to be employed in the police.
So if you go there, you also have to, collect bribe to be able to pay the money that you pay for.
George, thanks very much. The situation as we have it, let's move to our final caller. Sammy, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, bro.
Yes, Samuel, let's hear you, sir.
I hope you are doing well.
God, as always, is my shepherd. I am well.
Yeah. We are not being serious. They don't want to do anything and all those things. And then when they start work, one day they need to do. In fact, what is happening to this country is because we have abandoned our values. What are our values? So as a country, we don't treat hard working to, we don't tell our youth to work hard. We don't tell our youth about how we lived in the past. So they don't know anything about what is happening. So until we go back to our values, as a country, we are things that we cherish, we are things that we hold dear. So we don't preach those things. Now, what is happening to you? They have a lot of unproductive time. And what do they use their time for? You see them doing dreadlocks, you see them adjusting their clothes and all those things. They want to wear beard. Those things don't put food on the table. But these are the things that are happening because they have a lot of unproductive time.
Well, Samuel, thanks very much for joining us. We're grateful to you. The conversation is going to continue. It's not ending here. It's going to continue. Even on Joy 99.7, it will continue. But let me say a happy birthday to a very fine